Welcome to Module 4. In our previous modules, we gathered our tools and learned the techniques. Now, we put it all together. This module is the roadmap, a complete, step-by-step guide to a disciplinary hearing. We will walk through the entire process from the moment you enter the room to the moment you receive the final outcome. Think of this as your trusted GPS for navigating the journey ahead with confidence. Here is what you will learn on this journey. By the end of this module, you will be able to visualize the entire hearing process, from start to finish. You will understand the specific role that you, the chairperson, and the company representative play at every single stage. We will follow the 12 critical steps of a fair hearing, so you know exactly what to expect and what is expected of you at every turn. The goal is to remove all uncertainty and empower you to navigate the process with clarity. Before we start driving, let's look at the entire map. A disciplinary hearing can be broken down into 4 main phases. Phase 1 is the opening, where the chairperson sets the rules of the road. Phase 2 is the company's case, where they present their evidence. Phase 3 is the employee's case, where you present yours. And finally, Phase 4 is the closing and decision, where the journey concludes. Keep this 4-phase structure in your mind. It will help you stay oriented as we go through each specific step. Our journey begins at Step 1, the chairperson's opening. The moment the hearing starts, the chairperson takes control. They will introduce everyone in the room and explain their own role as a neutral facilitator. They will then outline the procedure for the hearing and, crucially, confirm your rights as the employee. Finally, they will read the formal charges against you aloud and ask if you understand them. This structured opening ensures the journey begins on a foundation of fairness and clarity. Immediately after the opening, we arrive at our first junction, Step 2, Preliminary Points. This is your first opportunity to speak and to use the skills from our Gatekeeper's Challenge lesson. If you believe there is a procedural flaw, like the charges being vague or the chairperson being biased, this is the moment to raise it. The chairperson will hear your point, allow the company to respond, and then make a ruling. This junction can determine whether the journey continues, gets postponed, or takes a different route. Now we enter Phase 2. The company has the burden of proof, so they must present their case first. This phase follows a clear, repeating cycle for each witness they call. First, the company will make a brief opening statement. Then, they will call their first witness to give evidence. After that, you will get to cross-examine that witness. The company may then briefly re-examine them. This cycle repeats until all of the company's witnesses have testified. Step 3 is the company's opening statement. This is a very brief preview of their case. The company representative, or initiator, will stand up and tell the chairperson what they intend to prove. They will typically list the evidence they plan to present and name the witnesses they are going to call. Think of this as them showing the chairperson their intended route on the map. Next, at Step 4, the initiator calls their first witness. This is called evidence in chief. The initiator will ask their witness a series of open-ended questions to get their side of the story onto the official record. Your role during this step is critical. You must listen intently, stay silent, and take detailed notes. Everything the witness says is potential ammunition for your cross-examination, which is coming up next. Now, at Step 5, it's your turn to act. The company's witness has told their story, and now you get to use the spotlight of truth. This is where you put your cross-examination skills from Module 3 into practice. You will use short, leading questions to test the truthfulness of their testimony, to highlight any inconsistencies, and to put your version of events to them. This is your opportunity to dismantle their case, witness by witness. After your cross-examination, the initiator gets one more brief opportunity to ask their witness questions. This is Step 6, re-examination. The purpose here is not to introduce new evidence, but only to clarify any confusion or ambiguity that may have been created during your questioning. It's usually very short, but it's an important part of the roadmap to be aware of. Once the company has called all its witnesses and formally closed its case, we enter phase 3. The spotlight and the steering wheel are now handed to you. The process here mirrors the company's case exactly, which keeps it fair. You will give an opening statement, then you will give your own testimony, and the company will cross-examine you. Then, you will call your witnesses, and the company will cross-examine them. Just as the company did, you begin at step 7 by presenting your own roadmap. This is your opening statement. You will stand and briefly tell the chairperson what you intend to prove. You will state your position, reference the key evidence you will be presenting, and name the witnesses you will be calling to support your case. This is where you use the skills from our Building Your Fortress lesson to lay a strong foundation. Step 8 is the heart of your case, your own testimony. This is where you build the walls of your fortress. You will tell your side of the story, from beginning to end, in a calm, factual, and chronological way. As you tell your story, you will formally introduce your documents and other evidence, explaining what they are and why they are relevant. While you do this, the company's initiator will be doing what you did, listening carefully and taking notes. After you and each of your witnesses testify, you will be cross-examined by the company's initiator. This is step 9. It's crucial to be prepared for this. The rules for you are simple. First, listen to the question very carefully. Second, answer only the specific question that was asked. Do not volunteer extra information. Third, and most importantly, stay calm and be truthful. Do not get into an argument. Just answer the questions calmly and clearly. We now reach the final stretch of the journey, step 10, closing arguments. All the evidence from both sides is on the record. The initiator will go first, summarizing their case and arguing why they believe they have proven the charges. Then, you go second. This is where you use the skills from the final word lesson to deliver your own persuasive summary, weaving your evidence together and attacking the weaknesses in their case. We have arrived at our destination. At step 11, the hearing is adjourned, and the chairperson begins their deliberation in private. They will review all the notes, testimony, and evidence. Their first job is to make a finding on your guilt or innocence for each charge, based on the balance of probabilities. If the finding is not guilty, the process ends. If the finding is guilty, the chairperson must reconvene the hearing for one final, crucial step. Step 12 only happens after a guilty finding, but it is critically important. This is the hearing on the appropriate sanction. The chairperson will first ask you to present mitigating factors. This is your chance to argue for a lesser penalty by pointing to things like your long service, a clean record, or showing remorse. Then, the initiator will present aggravating factors, arguing for a harsher penalty. After hearing arguments on mitigation and aggravation, the chairperson will once again adjourn to make their final decision on the sanction. To ensure the sanction is fair, they must balance the seriousness of the misconduct against your personal circumstances. Crucially, they must also ensure the sanction is consistent with how the company has treated similar cases in the past. A dismissal for an offense that usually only warrants a warning would be inconsistent and unfair. The entire journey concludes with the outcome letter. This is the official, written record of the hearing. This is not just a short note. It must be a detailed document. It must summarize the charges, the evidence, the chairperson's findings and the detailed reasons for them. It must state the final sanction and explain why it was chosen. Finally, it must inform you of your right to challenge the outcome by referring the matter to the CCMA. You've done it. Congratulations, confident navigator. You now have the complete foundation, the compass, the toolkit, the playbook, and the action plan, to understand and navigate the roadmap, a step-by-step guide to a disciplinary hearing. You have transformed a confusing and intimidating process into a predictable, manageable journey. On behalf of all of us at LearnYa Skills, thank you for your hard work. We're excited to see you navigate your way with confidence and skill. For more resources, visit us at www.learnyaskills.com.